There, this is Roy Harmon. Today, I wanted to talk to you about inbound funnels. And what that is it basically takes the inbound methodology of HubSpot and then applies it to the concept of a funnel, which has been around for a long time, but has been popularized recently by guys like Russell Brunson. And what I like about these funnels are they really sort of supercharge your content marketing efforts. Um, a lot of times when you're doing content marketing, you're relying a lot on organic social media, um, SEO, and that can take a year, at least 6 months to really take hold. And who has that long to wait around? I don't. So what I do instead is I use these inbound funnels and I will drive traffic to them, and that traffic can be very affordable because it's going to be very targeted to whether it's the high intent keywords or whether it's lower intent research based keywords, depending on the stage of the buyer's journey that the funnel uh, is designed for. And you're able to be much more efficient. It's much more cost effective. So this is kind of just an outline of what a typical funnel looks like, all the major elements. And you can get a better look at this in my inbound sales funnel workbook, which is going to be free today. And you can get it at trykingpin.com/workbook. I'll have a link at the end of the video so you can check it out. But you see, so you have your traffic source, and that's what's going to dump your traffic. That's what's going to pour people into your funnel. Then you've got your website content and you've got your landing page. Depending on your objectives or what stage of the funnel it is, you may only want to lead people to your landing page, or you may want to lead them to content also. The funnel proper, so to speak, is really this traffic source to landing page piece, and then everything after that. But you'll see that I like to send people to blog content, and I like to remarket constantly throughout the entire process. I like to send people to my landing pages, send them to my offers, and then again send them back to a blog post. So you can see here for the traffic source, one of the things that I go over in the workbook is figuring out the questions you need to ask, and then you, of course, will have to answer them, that let you direct your thinking as far as what do I need to do at this stage of the buyer's journey to build my credibility and to build the case that I am better than the competition. And so when it comes to the traffic source, you need to know, how are you going to feed your funnel? Are you going to use search ads? Are you going to use paid social? Who are you going to target? And a lot of the channels that you might use, paid search, for instance, they're good for a lot of stages of the funnel. You'll hear people say that paid search is just more of a bottom of the funnel tactic, and it's definitely great for that because you're able to find people who are right there at the bottom of the funnel. You get the high intent keyword, buy blank, X store near me, and you use negative keywords to knock out people who are looking for something free or cheap or anything like that. But you can also use search ads to target low intent traffic, if you want to call it that. Clearly, they intend to do something, but not to buy. They may be researching something. They may be looking into a problem that they have, and you can get those clicks depending on how broad you can go geographically. If you can go globally, you can get clicks for a penny. And why not do that? Why not spend $5 a day to get 500 people into your funnel? I've had a lot of luck with that. And the important thing, which we'll talk about as we go, is to have your lead magnets in place, your lead capture forms, your funnel needs to be tight before you start pouring money into it. You don't want to pour water into a leaky bucket. So next up, you got your website content, which is usually a blog post, and then you've got your landing page. So you got to think for this, what is going to be the best content for this stage of the buyer's journey. We'll get a little bit more into how to think about that in the next few slides. So you want to know what is going to be appealing to them. Then you have your offer, and you have to, at this point, think about what are you going to offer and what are you going to ask for in return. What is valuable to them at their particular stage of the buyer's journey? At some point, it may be that a checklist is good, but deeper into the funnel, they're probably going to want more. If they're in the decision stage, for instance, they're probably ready to buy. They might want a free trial. They might want a demo. Then you have your thank you page. This is a great place to put another offer. So let's use it as a second landing page to keep driving them down the funnel. And then, as I said, you're going to want to be remarketing because that's more cheap clicks. These are affordable ways to get traffic. And then finally, you'll have your confirmation email and your follow-up email. So with your confirmation email, your follow-up email, those are both great places to keep people, keep moving them down the funnel. Maybe try to put in an offer from further down the funnel. Maybe they're in the awareness stage and you hit them with an offer from the consideration stage. I mean, you could even you can find the right ratio for you, but in your remarketing audiences or your remarketing ads and all that, you can pepper them with different offers, different landing pages, whatever, from different parts of the funnel or the buyer's journey. That's what I meant to say. So qualification, that's not really something you hear about with when HubSpot talks about inbound methodology, and they're kind of the people to really popularize it. But what I think of qualification, when I think of that, I'm just thinking we're qualifying traffic. It's not like qualifying a lead. It's just saying this is some traffic that might be interested at some point. So for instance, if you have a product that's only America, for instance, if you only sell to people in the United States, then you might design your qualification funnel to find people who are in America. To find people, if your product's for women, then you might focus on women, that sort of thing. And native advertising and Facebook ads can be really good for that. But like I mentioned earlier, you can use paid search to get really cheap clicks there too. And what I've done here, this is from the Inbound Sales Funnel Workbook, which I'll link to below, and I'll link to at the end of this, or I'll show you the URL. In the workbook, I use an example of somebody who has they're a car mechanic and they only focus on foreign cars. So you might have a website, you might have a blog post where you talk about the top 5 European cars. You might have a landing page where you sort of like a squeeze page making the pitch that describes the consequences of this, of some big mistake, and then sends them to an offer for don't do this to your European car, and a guide to some things that you need to make sure you avoid. Then you can give them a 50% off oil change coupon on the thank you page. Send that again in the confirmation email and hit them with a follow-up email for a free inspection to try to get them in. Then for remarketing, you can use programmatic display in Facebook. Programmatic display, I'd recommend you get on Choosel. I think that's a lot better than using Google Display Network. You're going to have better inventory. You're going to have better targeting options. It's just far above anything you'll ever get from GDN. Costs $99 a month, but it's something to think about if you're going to be investing in your lead generation efforts. Then you'll have your awareness stage. So this is where people are aware that they have a problem. Maybe they're seeing some oil on the ground on their driveway. And so you have a blog post, is your Audi leaking engine oil? And you can send traffic there through Facebook ads, organic search. Those are the sort of the go-tos, but um, really, if you do your targeting right, there's almost no ad channel that can't work for any stage. Then for your landing page, you'll be promoting an offer maybe for something like these 6 signs your Audi needs a checkup. And you'll describe the consequences of ignoring the warning signs, so you can really be encouraging them to download your offer, to give you your, because at this point, when you're on the landing page, even though you're not trying to close a sale, you are trying to capture a lead. You do need to convince them that they should give you their information. And then, so for remarketing, again, Facebook ads, programmatic display, those are my go-tos there. I think that you should also consider remarketing lists for search ads, which you can use on Google. You can use that either to make bid adjustments to bid more for people who are more likely to be a good fit, for instance, because they've been to your webpage before or they've been to certain sites. And you can also use it to adjust your bids, decrease them. If, for instance, they've been to a page, maybe you've got a page that lets you know that they're not a good fit. Then, the thank you page, maybe you do a free inspection, confirmation email, free inspection, and then 25% off oil change coupon. Now, the consideration stage, at this point, they already know they have a problem. They are thinking about ways to fix it. They're looking at different categories of solution. Maybe they're looking at, do I buy a new car? Do I buy a used car? And that then leads us to the decision stage. So in the last stage, they were trying to decide what they wanted to do. Did they want to buy a new car? Did they want to go to the dealership? Did they want to go to, some kind of like a Jiffy Lube or something? And you, at that stage, needed to convince them that that was not, the right option. And so then in the decision stage, they've decided, they know they don't want to go to a dealership, and they want to go to somebody who focuses on cars, on foreign cars, maybe European cars. And maybe you now are telling them that they need somebody who focuses specifically on Audis. Here is where paid search is the obvious play for generating traffic. And then you can maybe have a blog post why your Audi needs an Audi expert, have an offer for a free inspection. And then here you see, of course, remarketing lists for search ads and remarketing. And what you want to do with all these funnels is you're constantly trying to find out when they're ready for the next stage of the buyer's journey. And so you can use a thank you page for either something just to get them in the store right away, depending on what you do, what you offer, or what your product or service is. And then you can also just get them, further down the funnel. So maybe in the awareness stage, you have a consideration offer or a consideration blog post, something like that. And all these things, if you do it right, are going to they'll increase your sales velocity, because you're moving people through the funnel. You're not just waiting for them to search. You're actually reminding them that they have a problem. You're suggesting solutions, and then you're showing them that you're the best and creating a compelling offer to make them realize that now is the time to take care of their problem. And like I mentioned before, this is all I talk about this, and I have a number of questions that you can answer that will help you get a better idea of what you need to do to build these funnels for yourself and to create these templates. And if you want to download it, it's over at trykingpin.com/workbook. And right now it's free. You can also find that template there that I showed on the first slide on Advertiscope, and I'll have that link down in the description. And if you need something to get all this going, I've got a software solution called Kingpin, and it's an all-in-one sales funnel solution. You're able to build your funnels like ClickFunnels. You're able to build your landing pages like Unbounce. You're able to build stores and have online products like Shopify. And just add into that, you've got a website, all with an easy drag and drop builder that you can use to put these things together without any sort of professional assistance. And you've got, like, 4 or 5 products in one. And later this year, we're going to be adding email marketing. So right now you can get in, you can get a great price, while we're waiting on getting launching email marketing, and you get an unlimited demo. You can go in there today, you can sign up. You don't have to give us your credit card information. You don't have to give us anything but your name and your email, and you'll be able to get in there and try all the features and really build everything before you're even charged. So you could go in there, build out all these funnels, and then when you're ready, then you can go live and you don't have to pay a dime until that point. So definitely take a look at that at trykingpin.com, and let me know if you need any help getting that going. I'll put my email in the description. Thanks.